Hey there everybody, Thomas here with TLFC, and this week we're going to go ahead and do a rating of Premier League third kits. So as always, we're going to do these on a tier list. Our top tier is going to be buy it, next tier down is going to be pretty sweet, our middle tier is it works, the next tier down from there is meh, and then our bottom tier is burn it, it's a horrible kit, throw it in the fire. If you're new here, please consider subscribing, but without further ado, let's take a look at some 25-26 Premier League third kits. Let's get into it. Alright, so we're going to do these alphabetically, and we are starting with Arsenal. So here's a look at Arsenal's third shirt, and I gotta say, I very much like this shirt. Very nice, classic looking shirt. I love the gold, I love the maroon. It's very nice. I love the badge, the simple cannon badge. And then when you look closely at this shirt, it has some very nice, intricate stitching. It has the badge from 1922 to 25 all throughout the stitching, which is really cool. It has this nice chevron pattern in the stitching. It's honestly a gorgeous shirt. It's a classic looking football shirt. We're starting off with a bang here because this is going to be my first buy it. All right, so next that's going to go ahead and bring us to Aston Villa, and here's a look at Aston Villa's shirt, and they're going for a stained glass pattern here. I can't say they quite pull that off. If you ask me, I don't really see it, but I do like the color scheme of this. It is lilac, rose, and sky blue. It's not incredible. It's not horrible. I think it's pretty clean, but at the same time, it doesn't pop off the shelf for me. I think it works. I'll put it in the it works category. All right, so it's going to bring us to Bournemouth, and here's a look at Bournemouth's third shirt, and as you can see, it is pink with some purple trim. So it's been a while since I've worn a pink third shirt. I believe they wore one in 2015, 2016. I gotta say, this is really boring. I don't really like it. It kind of looks more like a warm-up kit to me than an actual jersey. It's not amazing, definitely not amazing, but it's not horrible. So for me, I think it's meh. I'm sticking it in the meh category. All right, so that's going to go ahead and bring us to Brentford, and here's a look at Brentford's third shirt, and I gotta say, I really don't like this one. I just don't like this color scheme. I don't like the central badges. I don't really like the maroon and pink or tan. I don't really know what color that is. Stripe going across the middle of the shirt. And then obviously their Hollywood Bets logo is horrible. I mean, that sponsor's massive. I really don't like this shirt. Honestly, this is my first burn it. I'm sorry, Brentford, but I'm throwing this one in the fire. Okay, that's going to bring us to Brighton, and here's a look at the shirt, and actually this is their away shirt from 24-25, so they've bumped it down to their third shirt for the season, and for that reason, because it's not a new shirt, I'm going to burn it. That being said, it's not horrible, I don't hate it, but it's not new, so by default, it goes in the fire. All right, our next club is going to be Burnley, and here's a look at Burnley's third shirt, and I gotta say, I do like the color scheme of this one. I like this hexagonal pattern they have going all throughout the shirt, but it doesn't really knock my socks off. Similar to the Brentford shirt, it is just a huge sponsor, and it feels kind of like just an ad for the sponsor and not as much for the club. I like the color scheme, but it doesn't jump off the page. For me, it works. I'll stick it in the it works category. All right, so that's going to bring us to Chelsea, and here's a look at Chelsea's third shirt, and I gotta say, I do like this one from Nike. It is one of the Total 90 Revival shirts. Obviously, when I was playing soccer in high school as a kid, in 2002, 2004, through that era, I always wore Total 90 cleats, so I do like that aspect of the shirt. And I gotta say, I think it looks clean. They often wear black with this blue. I think it's kind of a classic look for Chelsea. And then I don't really like the central badge, but when you see it with their Club World Cup emblem in the top left, that really brings it all together. I think that is why it has the central badge, for that reason, to have the Club World Cup logo up there. I think it looks cool. I think it's pretty sweet. I'm sticking it in pretty sweet. All right, next up we have Crystal Palace, and here's a look at Crystal Palace's third shirt, and gotta say, this is one I definitely very much like. I really love the stitching on this one. When you get close, you can see their badge stitched all throughout the shirt. It really pops well in the red and blue stripe in the vertical part of the shirt, but if you look close at the white, it is also stitched all throughout the white. Always love those touches. I think they look really nice on shirts. I like this shirt. Almost a go buy it, but it's definitely pretty sweet, so I'm sticking it in the pretty sweet category. All right, next up we have Everton, and here's a look at their third shirt, and I believe this shirt has gotten a lot of mixed reviews. Some people absolutely hate it, some people absolutely love it. I think more people probably hate it than love it, but I'm kind of in the neutral territory on this one. Obviously, it has this kind of odd stripy pattern or wavy pattern going throughout the stripes, which is meant to represent their new stadium or the area around their new stadium, so I like that. I think the idea behind it is cool, but it's not incredible, but I think it works. I'm sticking it in the it works category. All right, that's going to bring us to Fulham, and here's a look at Fulham's third shirt, and is another shirt that is black with gold touches. Honestly, this one looks a lot like an LAFC shirt to me. Obviously, clubs all over the world use black and gold, but that was the first thing I thought when I saw it. I don't love it. I don't hate it. It's pretty plain, but it's a nice color scheme. It's a decent third shirt. It works. I'm sticking it in the it works category. All right, that's going to go ahead and bring us to Leeds United, and here's a look at Leeds' third shirt, and I don't know how many Leeds fans feel about this one, but I personally really like it. I think it's cool. I love the black. I love that it has the look of the scarves waving throughout the shirt with that tricolor scarf look. Very, very cool. For me, I definitely love it. I'm probably going to end up buying it, but I don't think it's a run out and buy it, so for me, it's pretty sweet. I'm sticking it in the pretty sweet category. All right, that's going to bring us to Liverpool, and here's a look at Liverpool's third shirt. I think probably the coolest thing about this shirt is the badge they're using, which is from 87 to 92. I like that. That's a cool touch. It does have that trefoil Adidas logo as well, which is also cool, but all in all, I just think it's a very boring shirt. It doesn't really do anything for me. I got to stick it in the meh category. I don't like the color. That's really the one killer, so for me, it's meh. All right, that's going to go ahead and bring us to Man City, and here's a look at Man City's third shirt, and I don't really know what to say about this one. Obviously, it has this bright chartreuse color. When you look at this gray, it has water droplets all throughout it. I believe they're calling it their rain or shine shirt. You can see that on the collar, on the inside of the collar. I don't like this, guys. I really don't like it. I think it's incredibly tacky. I just don't get it. It's like a really bad Puma ad to me. Like, it would have been cool on a commercial, but not cool as a shirt. I don't like it. I'm burning it. Throw it in the fire. All right, that's going to bring us to Man U, and here's a look at Man U's third shirt, and I got to say this one's pretty cool. Not horrible, not great, but I do kind of like it. It kind of has Leeds colors, which is a little odd to me, but I do know that they've used this color scheme throughout time. Obviously, there's a kit from the 90s, the Cantona kit, that looks pretty similar to this. The one thing I do like is it has the red devils stitched throughout it in those vertical stripes, and it does have 2 shades of vertical stripes in there, so like 2 different shades of black. I think that's a nice touch. I don't think it's incredible, but I don't think it's horrible. I like the trefoil Adidas logo. Honestly, the more I look at it, I kind of like it a little more. I'll put it in pretty sweet. I think it's pretty sweet. All right, that's going to go ahead and bring us to Newcastle, and here's a look at Newcastle's third shirt, and this is inspired by their 97-98 Champions League shirt, their away shirt from that era. I can't say that I love this. I do like that it has the Newcastle Brown Ale color scheme. I used to drink a lot of Newcastle in college. That was like my go-to back then, but other than that, I don't really like it in general. I just think it's kind of plain. It has that trefoil badge again for the Adidas. That looks good, but all in all, not incredible. All in all, not horrible. It works. I'll stick it in the it works category. All right, next up we have Nottingham Forest, and here's a look at Nottingham's third shirt. Man, I gotta say, I don't like this one. I loved their home and their away shirt, but this third shirt just does not do it for me. I really don't like this pattern. I guess they're probably going for the net of a goal pattern. The color scheme kind of sucks, honestly. I don't like it. I think it's tacky. Looks like a warm-up kit. Doesn't look like a jersey. I would never buy this. It's a burn it. I'm throwing it in the fire. Burn this thing. All right, next up we have Sunderland, and here's a look at Sunderland's third shirt, this Hummel shirt, and I gotta say, this is how you do a blackout shirt. I really like the history involved with this one. So this is their Black Cats shirt, which obviously the club is known as the Black Cats. That is one of their nicknames, and the reason behind that nickname is because there was a man stationed at a military battery on the River Ware in 1805, and he heard a black cat. This was previously known as the John Paul Jones Battery. John Paul Jones was a famous American sailor during the American Revolution era. He was stationed there, heard a black cat, superstitious night. From that point on, it was known as the Black Cat Battery, and hence Sunderland was known as the Black Cats moving forward, or once they were established. Obviously, they were not established in 1805. I like this shirt. That's how you do a blackout shirt. It's a blackout shirt for a reason. I really like that about it. I love the badge. It's super cool. The Black Cat badge has really cool design going throughout the stitching. I honestly love this one. It's a buy it. I'm sticking it in the buy it category. All right, next up we have Tottenham. Here's a look at Tottenham's third shirt, and this one is another Total 90 shirt. I do like that Total 90 look. I'm a huge fan of it. I wore them as a kid, so for that reason I'm a little biased, but I don't like this color scheme. Obviously they wear a lot of yellow in their third shirts, but this one's just a little tacky to me. It does have the central badge like the Chelsea shirt, but unlike the Chelsea shirt, they don't have an extra badge to go up in the traditional location to kind of balance it out. So for that reason, I don't like it. I gotta stick it in the meh category. I think it's pretty meh. I'm sorry, Tottenham. All right, our next club is going to be West Ham, and here's a look at West Ham's third shirt from Umbro. I gotta say, I really like this one. It has a nice traditional look. It's another shirt that's black with gold or yellow, but I like this the most of all of them. I really like that simple badge, just the hammers badge throughout the stitching. There's hammers all throughout the stitching. Has a really cool, almost traditional collar. I think it's just a play to a traditional collar. Nice sleeves, very simple. It's simple done right. I really didn't like their other 2 kits this season. This is by far my favorite West Ham shirt of the year, and if I was a West Ham fan, I would buy it. So for me, it's a buy it. I'm sticking it in the buy it category. All All right, so that's going to bring us to our last club, which is Wolverhampton. And here's a look at Wolves' third shirt. And this one was a collaboration with a graphic designer named Ben Mortimer, who is from the Wolverhampton area. This is meant to be inspired by the club's Brazilian players. I gotta say, I really, really don't like it. It's way too busy. I just don't like the design. For me, it's very tacky. It's way too flashy. I just think it's too much. Honestly, I strongly dislike it. I'm sorry, Ben. Maybe you've made some other really cool designs, and I'm sure there are people who love it, but it's not for me. I'm burning it. Stick it in the fire, burn it. All right, so that's gonna bring us to the part of the video where I pick my favorite shirt of the season, third shirt anyway, and I'm gonna have to go ahead and go with the Arsenal shirt. I just really like that. It is such a clean, classic, traditional looking football shirt. I really like the color scheme on it. Obviously, it pays homage to their 07-09 alternate shirts. That's a nice touch. I really love the stitching on this one. I love that it has that old badge from 1922 to 25. It's just really cool. It also commemorates their last season in Highbury Stadium. All these things are really nice touches. And then when you just look at it by itself, it's a very sharp, well-designed, classic-looking football shirt that I would wear out. So for that reason, it is definitely my favorite third shirt of the 25-26 season. Congratulations, Arsenal. You've done it.
Sarah bought me this shirt.
I could have guessed that, yeah.
Looks great.
You look great.
Looks awesome.
Thanks.
All right, everybody, that's going to go ahead and do it for another video. I hope you like this one. I'm thinking about doing some more reaction videos in the future. So if you're interested in me reacting to any players that I might not know of, especially guys from the 90s, 80s, 70s, drop them in the comments. Let me know, and I'll react to them. If it's somebody that, you know, maybe gets the most likes, as the most liked comment, I'll do that. But anyway, thanks for watching another video. Hope you guys all have a super fantastic weekend. We'll see you on the next one, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.